Hi, this is Eric.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Julie.
Hi,
This is my
everybody.
husband, Bernie.
Hi.
We'll put your information over here.
Did you want a bite?
Good salad over there.
We have hummus and a
Where
entree
is my-
salad and some munchies.
How's everybody?
Yeah.
Have you heard about your friend's new friend, Victoria?
No, I don't know what you're talking about, please. Don't just tell me because my brain's so scrambled.
No, it's your friend who always emails everybody.
Oh, darling.
Said somebody told her not to like you. Well, I really like Hunter. And she goes, well, I like her too, so I'm really confused. And I just want to say, get a therapist.
That isn't helpful or kind. I don't know.
I didn't tell her to get a therapist. That's what I want to say.
Yeah. Well, she has one.
Okay.
And I
I just don't know why she emails
Log on.
random people, you know.
I log on to the occasionally with him.
I forgot my laptop.
Great. Okay, where's my
But you sent your presentation already. She has it. Yeah.
We sent it out.
Because I wasn't sure if it was.
Okay, I have no idea where my
Yeah, you can sit here.
Oh,
We have tech people now.
Yeah. So she said she already has it.
bring it here.
There should be a little, like paper on that bulletin board.
See you at the meeting.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I don't know where my phone is now.
Forever.
Forever.
I know.
Since the
So-
beginning.
I learned. I learned from you. So.
Oh, thank you, Tony. Well, I can come over there.
No, I can bring it and then put it back up.
That way you
She's
can
so
send it
helpful.
Yeah.
And there she
Yeah.
has that gorgeous purse again.
Well, it's falling apart.
I love
That makes it even better.
Does it mock? Is that what that is?
No,
Oh,
no, that's some dumb
Thank you.
decoration. That functions not at all.
Well, I
I
asked.
just thought there's an entree salad and some fruit
He loves it.
in this already.
Did you get an email I sent you?
Anybody ask for a glass of water, ice water?
I know.
Ice water,
Thank
please.
That arranged for you to come join.
Talk about that.
No, I.
Sorry.
Pam,
No, go ahead. Keep talking now.
Talk a little bit about, since you have a long waiting list.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
That's good.
talk a little bit about if there's efforts to expand or.
So Pam comes.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get that?
I don't know if I did or not, but I am prepared to do that.
Probably that one.
Yeah, it doesn't look good at the moment. I don't even see Marcy Laws on here.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Did you get an
User.
invite? No. Oh, you didn't?
Wi-Fi.
No, is there an email there?
Generation.
Thank you.
Yeah, we gotta make sure that you get one because we sent it out twice, yeah.
I don't think-
Someone who was asking, the.
This
the
is
esports
not-
People were asking a while ago for all the contact, I don't know.
You see the Wi-Fi on the bottom?
Did we?
Oh, is it Wolfpack or Wi-Fi Radius? I don't know which one it is.
We'll make sure.
Generation
Sort of-
Daycare.
Yeah, I
Never
think it's
know
that one.
What the topic will be, but I'm always happy to come for any topic that I can.
And do you get access to our social media?
Sometimes, yeah, so I got on Facebook today and looked to see, but it didn't mention the meeting.
Yeah,
today.
before
It
you
didn't.
leave, I'm
You
getting your.
didn't?
Because I thought it was.
Maybe it was just me. I can't, it's more than likely, me, but I know I'm not
sending
getting
it to
emails.
you?
I can't-
Yes, it's gonna be.
Because I know I checked today.
Sydney, SYD, any what?
SYD. SYD.
At
Bread.
Unified.
Oh, yeah. I don't have it. Is that right?
Or you can still, yeah, you'll still type it in at.
One time.
I know it's my thing.
Oh, sorry. Unified, ESI.
Wait about 2 more minutes. We got people coming on for.
Okay. So yeah, I edited this video earlier, so it would be shorter. So
You don't want
just
to lose them.
ignore-
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Just ignore all the other children.
They're all red.
Who
This
is
is
that?
both the mic
Jane
and
and
the
Michael?
speaker, just so you guys know this.
Hi, guys.
Blowy guy in the middle. Yeah.
Your first.
Right.
Oh, great.
No, it's right.
Julie.
Little bit, it captures the room.
It's got the whole room, so.
Let me know when you're ready, please.
Alrighty, whose presentation are we starting off with?
We're starting with Hunter.
Well, you're starting.
Sent it to Sydney.
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Paper right here, but maybe they're not mine.
Well, those are our agenda for everybody.
Yeah, we got
Because
what,
I could
15
talk
Where's
for
the
like 3
agenda?
hours.
You can.
You only have,
I'll let you. We don't have to fish.
No.
yes, Hunter's
I don't
video.
I don't wanna talk for 3 hours, but I could.
No,
Gross.
we still have to talk too, so.
It's gonna cut me
15
off.
minutes.
15 minutes.
Yes, symposium.
Yeah,
And again, then we have some time for.
long video, but there's a reason why it's a long video.
First, we're gonna introduce ourselves, yes, and then we're gonna go. We're glad you're here, March 19th. Let me know when you're ready, Sydney.
Sorry, the video.
It's okay.
is taking
No,
so
no.
long.
So we'll be, and keep it up with it.
What?
Sorry, it's.
No, it's okay.
Family videos?
Yeah, it's my whole family.
I'm excited.
I gotta go get my glasses.
Are
Late.
Are they prescription or just?
They're just
readers?
readers.
I might have a spare.
Number ones, we know.
Let me, mine is.
A one?
Try these, it might be dirty. Oh, they are dirty, but they don't have touch. They're very, they might work for you.
Yeah, good. Okay, great, fine, wonderful.
This looks like.
They look good too.
Where'd you get these?
Dollar store, where I buy a lot, I buy like 5 pairs at a time right across the street. Dollar store.
Okay, I'm ready.
3 good ones
I'm
and
ready.
a lot of.
Sorry, yeah, it's still loading.
Yeah.
That's okay. Is there any way we can let the people on Zoom know we're loading?
No, it's just
We're
the video
loaded.
that's loading.
Yes.
They should be able to see.
I think they can hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. give
So
us
you
2
can start,
minutes.
yeah. You want to start?
Perfect.
Introduce?
Yeah, because I'm gonna wait for the, so I can have everybody ready.
Okay.
Wait, I'm not speaking in movie. You're good.
There we go.
Okay.
Started to.
Good afternoon. Well, that was a great introduction. Wow.
Yeah.
So it's March 19th. Welcome to PASS, the Parent Advocate Seeking Solutions. So glad everyone's here and everyone on our Zoom. Thank you so much for coming. And we're always having some type of weather issue. So whether it's torrential downpour, heat in winter, 100-degree heat, it's so nice to be able to have the option of Zoom. We're going to go around and do introductions if we can, and then we're going to introduce our symposium speakers, which we're very excited about. And I am going to ask if I can start with you, please, Amy, and then we'll go around this way and then back, and then we'll introduce you. And let's just introduce ourselves, our loved one, to give a few details.
I'm Amy Gittleson, and my daughter Michelle is 37, lives with me, and she's in the self-determination program.
Sure.
I'm Eric, and I am an IT support for Choices for Independent Living, and I'm here accompanying Norma.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Norma Miranda. I am the Director of Choices for Independent Living.
Thank you. Julie Chadwick, and my daughter is Tanya Chadwick. She's 47, and she goes to a day program and lives in our supported living company.
I'm Bernie Chadwick, married to Julie, have the same daughter Tanya, and I help Julie with TLC Supported Living Services.
Hunter Christian, Executive Director of Villa de Vida. And my son is on the spectrum. He's 30 years old. He currently lives with me, but is pretty independent.
My name is Noreen Arnold. My son Justin is 21. He attends Abraxas and lives at home.
Very good. And I'm Tony Kraft. I'm co-chair with Tanya here, and I am the owner of Kelly D Cuisine Culinary Resources, which has a self-determination program for culinary nutrition and smart gardening. And may I turn it over to, I think, Matthew, if you want to take it from there. I think you're on there. Is that you, Sydney?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we go to, is that Liz?
Yeah.
Is she muted?
No.
Okay.
You want to introduce
Linda,
yourself?
Linda, why don't you go ahead?
Linda. Oh.
Hi, am I muted?
Nope, you're
Nope,
good.
we can hear you, Linda.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a son, Wes, and he's 47. He lives at Villa de Vida. He's trying to live as independently as possible. He does some volunteer work, and right now he's on a pretty good roll. It's challenging when they're bipolar and Asperger's autism.
Tony.
Hi, I'm Tony Rubino. I think I know most of you guys. I'm involved with the special needs community in Poway for the past 27 years, and glad we're kind of getting things together and look forward to bringing more people into the PASS program and helping younger families learn from all you folks that have already been down the path. And I know that's a real value to younger families. So we're excited about that opportunity and a few other things we'll get into in tonight's meeting. And so thanks everybody for making the effort. We're going to be over in the Old Poway Park, so parking next month isn't going to be a problem like it typically has been.
Amen.
We can talk a little bit more about that, but nice to see everybody. Nice to see you and Jane, Mike. Hope you guys are doing good.
Yeah, and take it away, please, with that introduction.
On next week, on next month.
No.
No, Michael and Jane.
Mike and Jane, yeah, sure.
Michael and Jane, our daughter Casey is 30 years old and has been in supported living for 5.5 years.
TLC Supported Living.
She requires full-time nursing support, but she is living her best life.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
And please just go down the list. Is that Katrina? I don't know if I can see that name right. Yes.
She's muted.
Yes, I can see. Yeah, you can unmute yourself if you can.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Can you see the names from there?
I can't. Oh, I do have other
Okay, so
glasses.
then we're gonna go down, I think to Deb's phone, please. Deb, you want to introduce yourself, or Susan, if you want to go ahead? Make sure you're unmuted.
We can get started.
Yeah, that's okay. We're going to come back to you if you want to be able to do introductions afterwards. Because we're watching our time to end at 8 o'clock and make sure that it's at least only 80 degrees when we leave. So this month, our focus is on adult living and housing options. A lot of people said their loved one is living their best life ever. Most of them is because they're living in facilities. Of these 3 speakers. Our housing option speakers featuring Norma Miranda, Director of Choices for Independent Living, Hunter Christian, Executive Director of Villa de Vida, Poway, the Villa de Vida Inc. Poway, and past co-leader Julie Chadwick, Director of TLC Supported Living Services. We have information on our speakers below, but I just want to be able to start with our very first speaker, a good friend of mine. Hunter Christian has served as the Executive Director of Villa de Vida Poway for 10 years. It's a 54 apartment affordable housing community in Poway. It's designed for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Villa de Vida also organizes so many activities with people with disabilities residing in the apartment and the larger community. Hunter holds a BSBA degree in finance from the University of Florida and a master's degree in business administration with a concentration in finance and systems from the Warrington College of Business Administration, University of Florida, graduating with honors. Yeah, I love that, graduating with honors. Now, Sydney, you want them to stand right here while they speak so that they can be seen, or is where they're sitting at?
Where you guys are sitting is fine too.
Okay, would you prefer to sit or stand?
We're hearing
Is it?
feedback on the speaker thingy.
Reverb?
Somebody.
It's up to you, Hunter.
Okay.
Right up there.
Thank you.
Can you guys hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up? Okay, great.
Mhm.
So I brought a video of Villa de Vida because if you haven't seen Villa de Vida, it's kind of hard to conceptualize that it's an affordable apartment community, just like you'd see for seniors or veterans or any number of, our populations that need a little bit of support. This just happens to be kind of a new concept. I'm not sure if we're going to get any more in the future because it is so complicated and the funding comes from many sources, none of which are the regional center. And so that's a really interesting thing. And we can get into that a little deeper if people have specific questions. But what I wanted you all to see is what Villa de Vida looks like, and also what it is that we provide on a daily basis for free, included in your rent, which is guaranteed by the County of San Diego to be 30% of your income. And in a few cases, people pay $0 to live there, and probably the average monthly rent is around $300. So we can go ahead and take a look at it. I'm sorry that it's a little draggy in some spots, but it just shows the whole entire community and how we operate.
Thank you.
There's supposed to be subtitles. Materials and everything. Wow.
I know.
So cute. Cute. So that video obviously was made about 5 months after we opened, and now we're on the precipice of being open for 5 years. And about 80% of the original residents are still left living there. We don't have very much turnover, as you can imagine. The wait list was over 6,000, probably 2.5 years ago when I last checked. And I think that they've closed the waiting lists at this point, but I'm not 100% sure. I always encourage everybody to get on the waiting list because if by chance we do have another community coming online, they'll reach out to that group to, let them know that there is something new coming. But yeah, it's affordable housing. And with supportive services, we provide a resident support coordinator and an activities coordinator that are on site. Each of those positions is a 40-hour per week position. If we find that some of the residents are failing, having trouble, their condition has changed, they're having more outbursts or something like that, we will push in and try and figure out what's going on. We'll meet with their case managers if they will allow us. All of this is voluntary. We ask before we move forward with any of these suggestions. But yeah, we have many clients, it's many residents that also have supported living with Julie and her agency, as well as many other supported and independent living agencies. And we have people that live there with no support. So, you know, it's a real spectrum of opportunities. And we also provide some other services, but really the way that it started was with the community. And we do have a day program and some social club activities and some other things that we do in the community. But that was partially bolted on to the original community. And so if anybody has any questions, I'm open to take them now.
So we have about 3 more minutes for Hunter. So
Just
does
add a bit
anyone have any
social club.
questions?
The
Yes,
social club
Hunter, we have
for
questions.
everybody. That's open to everybody.
Is there any possibility of you guys expanding or growing?
Yeah, so because of the complexity of it and funding right now, it's tough. Yeah, I last year I was very optimistic that we would have a new community coming online, potentially in Escondido. But things have gotten a little bit more complicated with funding and our focus has shifted a little bit. But we're fully ready to do that if people have contacts, politicians, you know, city managers. There's land out there. There's land available. We just need to connect and figure that out kind of. But things have gotten a little bit more complicated this year.
Yeah, I understand. These are troubling times for everybody right now.
Yeah. But I want to.
Yes.
Has there ever been any thought of, because I love what you're, this, you know, the program,
It's good.
very much, that would, and I'm sorry if you said this, because
It's okay.
you couldn't get here earlier. Is there ever been talk about having something like this with all these wonderful things, but would also have a behavior component to it?
Yeah. Yeah. So last year I spoke quite a bit and learned quite a bit myself about the part of the spectrum. About 20% of people who are on the spectrum have severe behavior issues. And there is a man who's doing something in Ramona right now, and he was the previous executive director of the Autism Society. So we do have a couple of residents at Villa de Vida that would be qualified like that. And so we do have, they're included in the spectrum that we have at Villa de Vida. But yeah, they would be in the future as well. So, but not especially for them, right? It's just, yeah.
It's rare, it's occasional, but it is.
Yeah.
And so, it's like, never heard of anything that would allow for that occasional whatever, so.
Well, yeah, and I can talk to you more about what I learned last year. I kind of did it in a deeper dive because it's definitely needed that to house our population that's in that percentage. So, yeah.
Okay. Very good. Well, thank you. And we'll be ready for questions if Hunter and the other speakers stick around. And now we'd like to thank you, Hunter. Excellent job. And I have a lot of questions for you too. Our next speaker through the symposium is probably no stranger to most of us. Julie Chadwick is the director of TLC Supported Living Services, drawing on decades of experience with her eldest child of 4, who was born with developmental disability 47 years ago. Julie has always been an advocate for her daughter and others living with disabilities. Julie co-founded the nonprofit Special Friends Foundation in 1997, living there and serving as an administrator for 16 years with her husband. She fostered independence in the adults in the 2 group homes that are still around. They're doing well. She later founded TLC Supported Living Services, provided person-centered care focused on housing choice and dignity. Her daughter has lived successfully and supported living for 11 years now, and TLC serves 16 other individuals. Julie also co-leads parent support groups PASS with me, facilitating meetings and developing strategies to empower families through lifelong transition. Julie, please.
Hello, I'm Julie, and I got permission from the regional center to go ahead and go through the supported living agency that they provide when we do the orientation. So if you'll just go through those quickly, what you can expect from your supported living agency. There's 5 principles of supported living. Your agency is obligated to follow the 5 principles of supported living as they are outlined in the Lanterman Act. The Lanterman Act is in Title 17 is what we have to go by. That's our rules and regulations. And so the 5 things are a home of one's own and a choice and self-directed, that they would build relationships, they would have community memberships, and they would have flexible, tailored supports. And they'd have a home of one's own. And your agency will assist you to find a home that you will lease or own, secure financing for moving expenses, and assist you to determine your ongoing budget. Create and maintain your home reflecting your personal lifestyle, comfort, and control. They get to decorate it the way they want. Find furnishings and other stuff for your home. Move into your new home, and then identify strategies to promote your safety and develop your plan for emergencies. Choice and self-direction. Your agency will assist you to make everyday choices about your life. Plan for your future, direct your services and your life, interview and select your support team, co-supervise your team of support, and develop and monitor your individual support plan. So we help you do all of these things, and we work along with you in a person-centered plan with the regional center and any people that they want in their lives. Relationships. Your agency will assist you to maintain relationships with the people that are important to you, help you meet new friends, neighbors, and other allies in your community. They'll help identify advocates that will support you when you need help, and they'll help utilize natural supports as much as possible. And the natural supports are in-home support services, the generic services like everybody should have SSI or whatever their social security is, or their income. And then CalFresh and things like that. We help you get all that set up. And community membership. The agency will support you to fully participate in the mainstream of community life, get connected to places of interest to you, find ways to get around your community, and help you identify and explore your interests. And we have flexible, tailored supports. Your agency will support you to determine when you don't need support and when you can utilize natural supports, such as some people have independent time. They don't even need overnight staff. Some people do. They need full 24/7 care. And natural supports would be neighbors or family and things like that. And then also always cover the times that you need paid support. And we help utilize and maintain the generic resources that I spoke about. We develop a calendar of support that works best for the individual, and we reduce support when you do not need it and can increase support in times of need. Can I have that water? And then your agency will assist you with health management, your mental health and wellness support, personal care, financial management, job development if necessary, self-advocacy. We help obtain assistive equipment and technology if needed, positive communication and positive behavior supports, home and community safety and continuing education, and then also 24-hour a day emergency assistance. Is that it? Okay, so we work together as a team with the family and the individual and the regional center, and we help create a plan that works for you. Now, this is TLC Supported Living Agency, and that's my daughter Tanya and her favorite person, Valerie. And you can just go through this is our website, so TLCsupportedlivingservices.com. And just different pictures of some of our people. There's a Halloween party with Vida.
Our first one, that's first Halloween.
And, you know, our approach, we try to distinguish housing from services. So we help with housing. If somebody wants to rent an apartment, or for us, we rent a house for our daughter. Some people own property and some people live at Villa de Vida. Our mission, we deeply respect and honor each individual's cultural, ethnic, and religious preferences. Diversity and personal values are celebrated and fully supported within our framework. At TLC, our mission goes beyond addressing basic needs. We are dedicated to cultivating and nurturing a compassionate environment that enhances the overall quality of our clients' lives. And they're just doing an arts and crafts there. And we do, you know, have the tailored services for each individual. So I know that's all. We won't go to each tab. But you were asking about behaviors, and a lot of people do live in their own places, whether it be Villa de Vida or in their own home, and they have all the behavior supports that we need. Some people need 2-on-1 or even 3-on-1 just because of the behaviors, and the regional center is now helping with that. So there's lots of different, you know, options, and this just happens to be one that really worked for our daughter Tanya, and we're really happy with it. And we just see her independence grow, and you know, we try to do fun activities, and one of our philosophies is to make it life as much like a regular life as possible, and to help them with their employment, whatever it is we do. And we do lots of extra activities, and we're real big on social things. So that's it about for supported living. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Well, so if I decided my daughter was moving out, because you don't do supported living when they live with their family.
Right.
If I decided my daughter was moving out and you took her as a client, you would hire staff. She needs 24-hour supervision. You would hire staff and help her find a place to live.
Mm-hmm. That's what we do.
And other things, yeah.
Yeah. And we, you know, manage, you know, if mom's not there, then we have to be responsible for the doctor's appointments and all that, you know. But a lot of the parents like to take their own kids to the doctor. I find I like to take mine, but some don't need it if they're more independent and they can pass on the information. But yes, Tony?
Julie, what comes first? Do you find a location and then you look for clients, or do you have clients come to you with their parents and then you look for a home or a setting for them based on their needs?
That's a good question. The clients come to us, and they're usually referred for the regional center, but I do know a lot of people in the community, so they come to me, and then regional center gets a little miffed about that, but that's okay. You know, it's just because they know me and they want us, you know, to take care of their children. So, but the process is I get the referral, whether it be a person directly to us or the regional center. And then if the regional center has to say, yes, this person can go forward with supported living. And there's only 2 requirements: that they want to do this. And I can't think of the other one, but they can't be denied it, you know. So that's nice. I mean, we have some people even that are on here tonight that have medically fragile, and there's all kinds of situations that come up, you know, and my daughter doesn't do her own showering or anything like that. So and Tanya has behavior. So I didn't think that it would be possible for her to live in supported living, but she loves it. She likes the individual care. And in the group home, it was, you had to do something with everybody all at the same time. And that was great for a while until she got older, and then it just wasn't. So any other questions?
So you have to have one still has to have an location. And I think I heard you say there some place that was leased and rented.
Yes. We found a house. It is hard to find a place because they have to qualify. And so I had to back up, sign for my daughter to be able to lease the place. And there are, possibilities for different reasons. Regional will give rental assistance, and that's very helpful. But that's only for certain reasons. I think medical and behavioral. So
Safety.
So anyhow, sometimes finding a place is a challenge, but I'm also a real estate agent. So
Not that.
I'm good at that. So yeah, but we do help people find places. All right. We will get on with the next.
You got same 3 minutes. We'll be available afterwards to answer any other additional questions because we're pretty much ahead of schedule, which is great. Thank you so much. Norma Miranda is the director of the Choices for Independent Living, CLI, agency located here in San Diego County. And she has been working with San Diego Regional Center clients for almost 20 years. I'm a little gray in your hair. That's what I see. Yes. Supported living and independent living. I'm surprised you don't have gray in your eyebrows working with the regional center. So please, come on up here. And if you want, afterwards, we'll have some time. You got about 15 minutes, please. Looking forward to yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for inviting me to. Am I looking this way?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, this is a beautiful family. I thank you for all your information. I love coming to hear the family support, and I hear a lot of you guys are moms with San Diego Regional Center people, and I love it. And so I'm the director. I've been working with supported living for 20 years. For the last 5 years, I've been the director of CIL. And so as Julie was saying, we are vendors for San Diego Regional Center. We work with independent living services, supported living services. We assist a lot with a lot of documents, a lot of forms connecting to any resources, but we're specifically talking about housing here. So we guide them through the process, build living skills to maintain their houses, because if we don't maintain those rules, regulations, we can lose services and housing as well. So we can go to the next slide. So that's why we build the housing resources, because it is a big process to get housing, but it's with a lot of resources, there is a way to get them. So we have a lot of clients, and a lot of them, a lot of young clients lately, a lot of 30s, their parents are getting to retire, and their parents, they just want somebody to come to us and, say, here it is, this is my expertise, and could you help me, with connecting them to community, to, and have them to learn all these independent living skills, because a lot of them come from, living with our parents. So our values is, I'm sure that all of us here have these values to serve the individuals based on each person's motivation to live independently, because some people are now ready to move independently. Some need a lot more support than others. So it's very, very personalized. We respect each individual and their unique needs. We aim to provide high quality services, then enhance each person's overall living experience with living, part of the CIL, because that's, we have to show the families and their individual and San Diego Regional Center what we're doing. So we're always aiming for the best for everybody, and especially the clients they are the best communicators in the community. So then they always, most of our clients are for referral. We never looking for clients. They always like, because we've been on the field like 35 years, the company is. And I've been around 20 years. Like Julie says, it's mostly through referrals. They come to us. And of course, being so connected with all the resources in the community. I think that's it for me. I don't know if they have any. Oh, so of course, we work together with a lot of these companies, which you guys are very familiar with, Special Needs Resources Foundation of San Diego. Of course, 211 is always there. San Diego Housing Commission, HUD, Southern California Housing Collaborative. That's a lot of like San Diego Regional Center support us a lot through all this, of course, as a team, but they are the ones that will do a lot of qualifications and work with us. They're San Diego Regional Center service coordinator in the housing special team. So I think that's it.
Well, I have a question. How is ILS different from SLS?
Well, ILS can be 2 days of only instructional. For example, a person just needs assistance in how to fill up the forms so they can go and apply for the apartments. So we just read together, guide them, and we give them the resources. Okay, this is the place that, we look at what she has, what she's looking for, and then that 2 days of service on an independent living client is able to go on her own to go put the application in, sign in, and maybe a couple of days of just guidance. Versus supported living is more, probably about 100 hours a month of service at least to get that, because there's more special needs, probably definitely a 24/7 emergency contact. And so that's my independent living could be from 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, just like instructional.
But they also help them in their home too, learn how to cook and do things like that, right? Yeah.
So, and independently, we just find a resource for the apartment, and then they can do the rest of it. But then we just if it's an individual who just came from mom and dad's home, they don't know how to clean a lot of times. Not always. Sometimes they're like incredibly like, wow, these parents are heroes. They did all the work. I'm like, wow. But also it depends. Some of them, they put like, wow, this is my own place. This is my own rules. We just had an individual who, so sweet. And she's like, I've been living in group homes all my life. Now I'm 30. I want to be independent. And she knows exactly what she wants. And that's what we have. That's one of the helps that we get. Yeah. So it was a lot of work, like 3 months of work, but then she's ready to move in her own.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So, and I think Miss Julie, you all explained all different ones. So I think beautiful.
Do we have any questions from anyone on Zoom?
I have a couple of questions, Tony, relative to housing to Norma and Julie. Are Section 8 housing vouchers, I know they're like gold. Do they come into play at all in your programs in finding housing?
Yes. If you are, for our specific individuals, if they are already in the list and they're called in, we make sure they submit all their paperwork and we guide them how to, and we make sure they stay with the qualification. So once they get Section 8, they stay in Section 8. So every year we do help them with certification.
Over the years, Norma, I've heard that it can take 8 to 15 years. I know a couple of people in particular is like 13 years and they're waiting to get a Section 8 housing voucher. Is that unusual? I'm not hearing anybody.
You're hearing it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I turned it off. Tanya's been on the list since 2014, so that's 12 years. And I have a few people that already had it when they became clients, but I haven't had anybody that like it came up on the list, you know. I know some people in Poway have had better luck going to the individual low income housing places and applying. And I know that somebody in our group, you know, got a nice rental over there and over by Old Poway Park. So that only took a couple years. So, but the HUD, it's really difficult. But what they did is they made it to where landlords have to accept it. So, you know, that's still negotiable, you know. I mean, with the landlord, I guess I haven't come to that yet, but that's what I know about it.
It also depends a lot on the city and the area they live for and what they're looking for. Because there's so many rules on each city. That's what I have learned. Mhm.
Norma, in your program, Norma, do you provide live-in support for somebody that, you know, needs that live-in support? Said to have two roommates and a live-in?
In their, yes, if they are living with their parents, a lot of them do qualify. We don't do any qualifications. San Diego Regional Center does, but yeah, if they are living with their parents, they do get services for independent living.
No, I mean, if they want to move on their own, let's say two young men want to live together independently of their parents, but have somebody that lives with them and manages their life. Do you do that?
Yes, that's supported living. Yes. She does.
It could be
I
supported.
didn't hear her say that. That's why I was asking the question.
So it could be both. It depends. It's very personalized. That person could be independent living, or it could be supported living. It could be a couple of them living together as independent living and paying rent together, you know, like roommate kind of thing. It could be, that's an option for independent living clients. It could be a supported living with 24/7 support.
Mhm.
It depends on what their needs are.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, and some people don't need the 24/7, Tony, and two guys that, you know, might be able to spend the night by themselves wouldn't need the overnight support, but some do, you know. Everybody's individual. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. If there's individuals that are looking to, say, be host managers, for a lack of better words, or to be able to use their apartments or lease or homes to rent out, is that something you look for or recruit, or you're just looking for houses and apartments to rent or to buy, and then you have it? Because
we have like 3 resource person in the office. They are hunting everywhere independently, you know, like
We're
we
not
go
allowed to
tour
own it.
and find out, right?
We're not allowed to own it. That is,
don't.
yeah, we cannot own and rent to them because they have to be on the lease so that if they decided they didn't like my company or her company, they could change, but the house won't change. That's very important for supported living.
Yeah, no,
But
That's why we can't provide it,
asking,
Julie.
and thank you
That's
for the
why we can't
clarification, but
provide
what
it.
I'm asking is, say, I'm looking for a place to rent, or I'm looking for a roommate, and I'm a responsible adult that has a job, but I would love to have someone come and work with them in an assisted living. Do you also look for those individuals as well?
You mean to hire them to be the live-in? Of
Yes.
course, yes, yeah.
And is there a place on your website that looks for those individuals, or you just send out Indeed and?
Indeed is what I do. We're working on having a page. We tried to have a page you could apply on the website, but it's some weird submission, so
yes,
I don't pay any attention to it.
this is the best way to do it. Word to mouth, clients to clients. We try to go to a lot of events where we, you know, let them know what's out there, and it's always their choice. We always look at them, what's best and makes them happy. And if I'm connecting right here, which I'm thinking like one of our individuals might be happy coming here, I'm like, can we, you know, I would be resourcing and talking to you because this is great. And I think he will be a great fit. So at the end of the day and the month, it's their choice. We just do all the work for them to live the best life. And, I have another example is someone is moving, the parents are retiring, they're moving to another state. So the son says, I don't want to move with them. Help me, please help me. So I'm like, okay, let's go look. Also it has to be approved. We cannot just go and if it was our team, we would be there 24 hours getting them housing, but it has to be approved. They have to be approved by their service coordinator, has to be approved by so many different departments that we don't even know sometimes. So it's okay. They will be, but then that's when we move and get them the right, guidance to the right direction and right home, and make sure he tours the place. Many times he tours who is he living with. He likes the facility, he likes the house, he likes the roommate. And if he decides to move there, then we help him move. Including, there's a lot of companies that also offered deposit for them to move and the first rent for free. So we grab those resources.
Rental
online.
companies. Mhm.
And besides rental assistance.
Uh-huh.
So whatever we can get, that's why it's very important to do assessment for that individual and see what income he has and how can we work with that income.
Well, that is an
I think you have a
important.
question in the back, too. I'm
Well, I was
sorry.
just going to say, as far as assessments go, that's one of the important things. That's one of the second things we do. Once we get a referral, the regional center gives us all their paperwork, and then we do an assessment. And then we decide every place that it says that there's a need, then we have to make a goal for them to meet that goal. How are we going to help them live successfully in supported living? How are we going to successfully help them not open the door to strangers, use their key, all these things,
You read the whole thing.
So we do the assessment and then everything goes on that assessment.
Yeah,
So,
and I think
go
you have
ahead.
a question back here too, please.
So for supported living, typically, does it have to be 7 days a week or? could
No,
be
it does not.
Like 5 days a week?
It's all once we meet, and it takes about 5 days to work the way we work. I don't know, Julie, if you'd work the same, but to do kind of like a complex understanding of what their needs are, we work directly with, in this case, parent and son or daughter, and see what they're looking at, what their needs are. And then we start developing what exactly they need. They probably can be a supported living with only 5 days, 5 hours, Monday to Friday. And
I
then,
didn't say 5 hours. I didn't say 5 hours.
oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just giving an example of any hours throughout the day. But to be an independent living, it has to be, so it depends. I can't tell you the exact, I was just.
I think if it's more than 5 hours, then it's supported living. I don't know, because we don't do independent living. So
No, I
that,
guess-
but you could do like the regional center and agencies encourage them to spend time with their families.
I
So
guess that's right.
like Tanya comes home every other weekend,
Okay.
and for vacations and stuff like that. And then I always tell people it's good to give the staff a break, because we did the group homes for 16 years, so that is some people, but some people don't. Some people don't want to go home. Some people don't want their kids home. Some people can't,
People
so
move out of state.
everybody's different. Yeah. So
And then my other question is, suppose they're in supported living and it doesn't work.
No problem.
yeah,
Go back
go back
to where
home.
you begin, or look at the.
And again, another time.
But if the caseworker is in charge of them securing a place for them, if where they are isn't working.
Well, of course, it's always a team decision. They don't come to those decisions ever
Right, I mean,
easily.
Is someone then responsible if the parent is not available to do that, is what I'm saying.
You're always gonna have, if the parents are not available to support, you're always gonna have your team support. Who are your team support? San Diego Regional Center.
Right.
And your built-up team. You're not gonna go to supported living without knowing and selecting who your team will be. You have the choice of
Yes.
making your team. We don't hire people just for hiring until you give us an approval that that's who you like to work with, and that's how you did that connection. So that's why I recommend a lot of like starting with independent living and see how they click and then start planning, start building a team that you feel confident. Now, it's not going to be happening in 1 month, 24 hours. It takes a while to build it, but once you build a strong team, that's our experience. I'm sure Julie, yours too. Once you build a strong team,
Then everybody knows your child, and it is their team.
and remember, this kind of jobs, they're morally hard. I don't think it's like a lot of people applying for this job. Nobody lines up, really. I mean, it's hard to find quality people to really do this job. I mean, and once they like it, they stay with you forever and ever. That's our experience. I mean, our employees, I've been in the company for 20 years and others 10 and 15. They build their careers through they become kind of.
Excellent. I have a question for Hunter. You talk about from not finding funding or having a hard time finding funding. Are you looking just from the ground up? You're looking for like a blank piece of land and building it like, build it and they'll come? Or would you be looking at other properties or other, assume a hotel or a nursing facility that is not necessarily using it to its full potential and want us to be sold? Because there's hospitality properties all the time that are looking for, and they have, 52 rooms, or they're a boutique property of 67 rooms, or, so what is the secret sauce for?
Well, I think certainly that can be done. It's actually more complicated if you're doing affordable housing because you have to relocate people that are currently housed there. So you may be asking me, would Villa de Vida just go and buy an old hotel and rehab it? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying, is that an option? And you don't have to rehome the people in a hotel.
Yeah, if it were a purchase like that, potentially. So, but again, bringing those things up to code and doing stuff like that, it's
less expensive.
Not done a lot.
Yeah.
And so for us, we would require a company like Mercy Housing or Wakeland or Affirmed or any CSW, whatever, a bunch of those guys. And what they generally do is they build it from the ground up. But I go to housing conferences all the time, and there are one-offs. I mean, every single project is its own unique set of circumstances. And so people have sent me stuff, and I've taken a look at it in earnest.
Yeah.
So, and I will continue to do that.
And the reason I ask is there was a beautiful, I want to say it was a Radisson Inn property over there by the hospital, Sharp Hospital, and they put it into senior low income housing, and it's gorgeous, and it has a pool, and it's activities. They have a concierge, and it's great.
Is it affordable?
Yeah, it's affordable housing.
I'll have to take a look at it.
Yes. I mean, I would love to see more housing of those things, to have a list of 6,000, or to have all these. There's so many people, and on the top of the list when we met for the leadership, the first thing was saying housing. We need to have additional housing.
Well, we have to have different choices for.
Yes.
I mean, a group home doesn't fit everybody. Living independently, we don't have enough of the choices that Villa de Vida provides. And so, we need.
But how long's the waiting list?
Right. I don't even know how long the waiting list is now.
But it's at least.
It's at least 6,000.
Okay.
It's at least 6,000.
So very unlikely.
So it kind of tells you that there's a demand, and that's for people. When you say get on the waiting list, it's almost futile,
Well,
it's hard.
It is. It's hard to get yourself to do something that seems like it's pointless, but people pass away. People are not the right fit. We had to go through 150 applications to fill the first 50 units. So 3 people for every 1 unit, so if you do the math, right, that means that there's really probably 2,000 people on the list that are that would qualify for the rooms, and still that's a lot.
Right.
Yeah. With the turnover being
need.
about
whatever we can do to
units
help
a year.
in this climate is absolutely wonderful.
Mhm.
We appreciate it. Any additional questions for our panelists?
I just add a comment that when we had Homo Guiding Hands was out, when we had to cancel the meeting, she complained about not getting referrals from the regional center and she had vacancies.
But those are
You know, is
group
it-
homes.
Oh, group
Yeah.
home.
They're not supported living.
Yeah.
Yeah, the regional center treats group homes a little differently
Yeah.
than this, and it's a different, almost a different animal, and you could speak for both sides, I'm sure. But we had a vacancy at the Guys Group Home. I'm on the Special Friends Board for months and months and months, and we waited for the regional center to give us individuals, and we knew they were out there. And then it was almost like pulling teeth. You know, now we have 2 or 3 that want to come in, and it has to be
Yeah,
the
you
right
can
fit.
always- I have people that call me all the time and I park them in a folder. And
Yes.
so when you guys have, and
Yeah, I know. I think Michelle has reached out to you, and
Okay.
Mark Anthony has reached out to you. So, but there's definitely a need. There's definitely a need. Thank you so much.
I
Yes.
just want to mention the up and coming thing with the flourishing family at the end.
Yes, at the end.
Okay.
In fact, I'm not really sure what you're talking about, but that's okay. Is that the resource fair coming up?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll let you speak to that because I have other things I want to.
Okay.
That's on the top of my mind. So before we break, and there's entree salads
Please
and
eat.
some munchies and stuff like that, and water in the back. Please feel free, and brochures in the back. And I think that our speakers will be here to hand out business cards if we need, and pass them around. We're not the only ones here, and there's going to be information that we can access over Zoom. I don't want to leave this portion of the meeting without thanking Matthew, Sydney, Tony Rubino,
yes, thank
from the
you.
individuals from Unified Esports. If we can just give them a round of applause, please. Handling our program, our Zoom, we owe it to you.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a wonderful thing to be able to have individuals that can handle the IT in different platforms. So thank you so much. And I do know that Tony, you had some exciting news about the past meetings where we're going to relocate to. Not that we don't love Marcy and her group here. Thank you to Marcy and New Generations. Tony, can you speak to that a little bit? For the next few months and
Yes,
our
as I
new home?
mentioned, I'm working with the city and they've been very cooperative to help us get space there at the old Poway Park. And so for those of you familiar with it, there's Templars Hall and there's Porterhouse. And so we have those reserved for different dates, starting April 16, 21, June, April, May, June, dark in July and August, and then September, October and November, and then dark in December. So we'll get the list published out and the address, et cetera, et cetera. But I think it obviously will give us more parking, give people an opportunity if you want to eat before you come to the meeting or after the meeting. But the venue is pretty nice, and I think it'll just be a conducive environment for us to attract others that are interested in participating, getting to make friends and develop relationships with other families. So any
Yeah, so we'll
questions?
still have, excuse me, I'm sorry. We'll still have the capability of Zoom as well. So if you
Yeah,
can't
for
make it
sure.
in person, which we hope you can, and you'll never hurt our feelings if we stop afterwards for a burger at Hamburger Factory. But we'll still have the capability of Zoom if you're traveling or if you need that option as well. And I think, Tony, you wanted to mention something about the activities that are going on over at Poway and maybe see if you can rouse some support in that as well.
Yeah. Sydney, I don't know if you have that. Did Matt send you the
Let me take a look.
some information on it? I don't know if you can bring it up on the screen. There's a social club. Anyway, I think she may have it to be able to bring it up and give you guys an idea. But preliminarily, over the years, one of the issues obviously is socialization and people getting together. And Villa Davita's created a home for a lot of activities like that. But to be able to expand it and not be under the umbrella of too many other organizations or entities, people are looking to. Yeah, here we go. So people are looking do something together, and parents always saying, gee, why can't we have some social group or social club and some get together? So anyway, I've started the process with the city and kind of working the kinks out and getting it to a point where I'm looking for volunteers and help. And let me just describe what the vision is. Last Friday, some of you heard we had a nice disability night over at the county library, and Kathy and Fair did a super job. We had 18 adults there, and it was a fun time. They had great support from other county staff members that Kathy knows. And so it was a fun time, and we didn't know what to expect, but it was pretty obvious that the socialization is there, and you guys all know that that's what's needed. So, and looking at where could we hold it in a nice environment and create a positive environment, twice a month is what we're looking at. Is I've been over at the city, and I think most of you have been to the community center, the Mickey Cafagna Center. Within that center, they have two rooms called the East and West Oak Room. Ends up being about 4,000 square feet, which is surprisingly enough is not very busy on Friday nights. And so, and right next to it, they've got an outdoor patio area that's very conducive to things going on. And so I've been talking to them, and the cost of it is really not expensive to rent for us. But if you could slide it up to the next one, Sydney, and if you go down on the page. Anyway, with my friends at I described to them, there's another picture probably before the mission statement. Anyway, I described to them, create me a social club for special needs adults, and providing space for ping pong tables, air hockey, basketball, foosball, karaoke, quiet areas to play cards, areas for different things. And it's pretty cool. I have a draft of that here if Sydney can find it. But, and then I've taken, here you go. I don't know if maybe it might be too small. But anyway, and I've shown it to Kathy and Farah over at the library. They're pretty excited about the possibilities. And so there's the equipment. And I've got somebody that is willing to lend us their garage 9 minutes away to store the equipment in between the 2 days that we use it during the month. And I've got some people willing to help truck the stuff from the garage over and back. And Kathy and Farah are definitely interested in helping, with the program itself and some labor. So we're making good progress, I think, good enthusiasm to give it a try. And quite honestly, I believe from going from 18 that we had, I know we can have 50, 60 young adults there every other week in Poway and just have a set up a great environment. I mean, to bring people from the community in to work, play with our guys and entertain, play cards and stuff, to bring in entertainment people that perform different things. I mean, we got people love karaoke to do, but I mean, we can get as creative as we want, and we can bring the community in, and it's a win-win for everybody. So if you're interested in helping in any way, shape, or form, send a note to Chad or shoot me an email. And as we gather a little more momentum, I'll keep you up to speed. And maybe in May, we can get the doors open here.
Who's Chad?
That would be awesome, Tony. That is so amazing. And I was thinking we could ask churches and maybe even the senior center for like volunteers, come play with the guys, hang out.
Yeah.
And gals.
And gals, of course.
Yeah. But my thought was after seeing the people come in last Friday at the library, and as you all know, the population, I mean, if you give them a variety of things to do, I mean, they get bored with one, they want to do something next, and then others want to do something, another want to socialize. But, we could have performers come in, we can have a movie night there, we can do all kinds of things, and we have enough variety, and we create some quiet space. And, for those that just want to sit and play a game and just be there. And that's what happened on Friday at the library was, hey, I would talk to a mom and her son's just playing video games, having a great old time. She goes, he's not nothing to do on, on Friday nights. I said, well, that's what the hell we're going to put together here.
Mhm.
So I'm excited about the opportunity and just need some volunteers. And, if you build it, they will come and I'm sure they will. So
Awesome.
Thank you.
keep up to speed.
Spread the word.
Yeah, spread the word and we'll look for volunteers. I know there's some in the group and on Zoom that have suggested that they'd be willing to help and
Oh, good.
assist.
Sweet.
Thank you, Tony, and thank you again, Sydney.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
about this? What's the location, Tony? Can you hear me?
Yeah, the Mickey Cafagna Center over by, City Hall in
And,
Poway.
Right there.
okay, and is there a planned date for it to open or where are you at in it?
Well, no, there's not a planned date to open it yet because it needs some volunteers. I can't do it by myself at this point. I need help. And we got to get the equipment. There's just logistical things to kind of get dialed in and
Are
got
are
to
you
firm
raising
up.
money?
All volunteer burn.
Are you raising money, Tony, for this or is
Yeah,
this
with
some?
the budget I put together for the equipment and a few other things. And what I really kind of factored into the rooms, not that we have plenty of tables and chairs at the city. It comes with a room. We have to take them down and set them up. But I really want to add some ambiance to the room and kind of soften up some areas and get in some artificial plants that we can put around so that things just doesn't look stark. And that'll just grow as we move this thing along. But I found some cool, like black room dividers so we can actually create some quiet spaces or private spaces in there. So a budget of $2,000 will do what what I'm describing right now. And
Um,
so,
what kind of help volunteering, what type of help and like how many hours? Like what do you
we're talking at like 6 to 8 on a Friday night, twice a month.
I thought you needed help to put it all together. Okay.
Well,
So
just on those days, just on those Friday nights, twice a
just
month, and
twice a
we'll
month.
see how it goes. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think there's probably a challenge to do 18 and over and under 18. Could I hear some thoughts on that, Hunter, Julie?
I agree.
So I mean, I'd love to see us have a under 18 and an over 18. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
There's plenty of young kids out there that love to
Yeah,
get
if we're
together.
trying, Tony, if we're trying to attract younger families, we have to give
Yep.
them options as well. I don't know
Yeah.
if a Friday night works, but we used to do Friday night date night at one of the programs we did. And the families were tickled pink that they were able to have their kids there in a safe space for a couple of hours. And then
Yep.
they were able to go to, Mainstream or a Hamburger Factory or a Brigantine and then come back and.
Yeah, that's
pick
why I
their
thought
kids
the
up.
community center would be a great spot because it's safe,
Yep.
it's well lit, there's tremendous parking,
Yeah.
and you're all the things that you got that parents could do in the interim. So I don't
Yes.
know, maybe we'll start at 18 and over and then just see what interest we have and easy enough to have an 18 and under. I mean,
Right.
we just need some
Right.
help and because they'll have as much fun as anybody.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tony, because we've needed this for a long time, since they took out the bowling alley and the dances.
Well, I think, as I've said before, Hunter knows a little bit. That's what I wanted to do down at Big Stone Lodge space down there and build a 20,000 square foot place. And, this regional center told me I was crazy. I said, okay, well, we'll just give it a try. And we were really close to getting things going. Then think people have heard me say Governor Brown screwed it all up. He took the property away from the city because they were going to give it to us for $1 and then just build the thing. And
Oh,
we wouldn't be having this discussion tonight. We'd be having the meeting down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Right. The old
Right now, if we were to have the
BFW
meeting down there, we'd be with rats and mice and everybody else. It's just a sad
Yeah.
situation. They're sitting there
It is.
crumbling like it is. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Very
maybe we can get their attention and say, hey, here's what we want to do. Now let us build it down there next day, on that site. Who knows? But
Mhm.
I don't have to tell you, you guys are in the in your world for these young people, and as they get older, they need more socialization, and this is what it's just going to be fun. I mean, really going to be fun.
Yeah.
There's so many creative people just looking at you guys, but then when you look at Poway and other people around the community, the support we can get from the chamber, the Kiwanis people, you know, I mean, Hunter is fortunate to have them available to the guys down there. And so in the schools, Maranatha, the churches, and geez, I know the people at Young Life, you know them, Julie, I think. And yeah, we'll bring all those, bring those kids in and have them as you well know, once they make a friend, they make a friend. They'll be begging us for 4 nights a month.
Yeah, that's right.
But we just, you know, like anything, just got to get started, and which we will. And
Well, we'll help you, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
got
you
our
will.
support.
Yeah, no,
Thank
it'll come together. It's not rocket scientists, otherwise I wouldn't be involved. So anyway, thanks for the time.
Thank you, Tony.
So we've got a few more minutes. If there's anything, we had a few people come in, probably looking for parking. Maybe we can have you introduce yourselves.
And the people on the
And
screen.
then there was 1 or 2 on the screen as well. Yes, thank you. If I can have you just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Brian Miller, and my son Alex has lived in Poway community his whole life. He's mid-30s and living at Vida-Poway. He's been in esports to one of the Tony's organization. And he's also, before he lived at Vida, I had rented to him with a paid roommate situation. We had a little townhouse over on Poway Road, and Julie's employee was the paid roommate, and she was wonderful. And so then he graduated to having his own apartment.
We still help him.
He does great.
And he's doing very well. You may see him if you're driving around Poway.
Liberty Tax.
So you know him.
Well,
Liberty out there doing the sign spinning. So he takes pride in earning a paycheck. So
yes. We'll talk afterwards. I'm Chef Tony, so him and I, we go way back.
Okay.
Yeah, in many, many areas. Love him lots. Thank you for being here. And you're from out of town, aren't you?
I am visiting from Colorado.
Yes.
And
well, thank you for being
and
here.
Just fortunate that you're having the meeting the week I'm here, so I wanted to.
How wonderful. Thank
I
you.
would have been here on time, but I was having dinner with Alex and.
Oh, thank you.
And I am Ben Brown. I got a son, Benjamin. He's 36 years old now. Yeah.
He's 30th.
Okay, but that's right. Will he be 37? I live with him. But he grew up in the Poway School District also. So, and we've been in class for I don't know how many years. You see, I'm asking her.
As it should be. Very good. Mrs. Brown, you got a lovely daughter, right?
Yes, that's pretty much it. He lives at home with us. We are those parents that are, probably older than most people here. And so I'm really interested in getting Benjamin able to have some more independence and daily living skills. Is a deficit. So I'm very interested in supported living. I do believe that it's something that should be happening or started prior to
an emergency.
Yeah. So this, I feel like a fish out of water.
I don't think you're alone.
Such a big tank of filling.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Robert. I have a son, Alex. He is 29 years old. He has autism. He is currently living at home with us. And he's looking for a job. Yeah. So he's been applying, and it looks like we've also gotten involved with the DOR, the Department of Rehab, in order to get him some training and et cetera, go find him a job. So we're in that process with that. So hopefully it'll work out and get him a job if he wants.
Yes.
And he got a certificate, right, for daycare, right? Childcare?
Yes, he went to Miramar College and went through their certificate program. And he can be a assistant teacher. And he wants to deal with preschool kids. He loves the younger crowd.
He's out, they're always hiring at Poway Unified for ESS and some of the other programs. Yeah.
He's a heck of an artist too, isn't he, Robert?
Oh, yeah, he likes to draw. He's one of-
And Robert's a heck of a coach for the Poway Padres, so thanks a lot for all your help, Robert, over the years.
So before we turn it over, because I know Julie had wanted to mention something about a periodical that's got a resource event coming up. The Miracosta College Business Development has a program that's called Uniquely Abled for their CLC CDC program manager. And it's through the DOR, and it is 16 weeks. And what that is that for 16 weeks, if they qualify, they have to have a high school diploma or a GED. They have to be 18 years old. They have to be able to look for gainful employment. They have to be able to look for 40 hours a week. There's some requirements. The DOR has a couple of different funding options, and some options means that they pay 100% for the training. It's a machine operator, and it's very high tech. And we are also working on getting the DOR to be able to help with transportation. What they also help with is that Miracosta will help with potentially getting jobs for them. Now they're out over by Palomar Airport, but the program is amazing. Uniquely Able is giving them money and funding as a grant, for lack of better words, that Uniquely Able allows them to use their nonprofit to be able to help with this training. So it's a three-legged stool that allows our young adults 18 and older, and there's young adults in there that are 47, that decides that they want to be able to have a job. Now, some of those jobs start as an internship, and some of those internships pay more than I make an hour now. That's just the internships. And then the internships turn into full-time employment. So the training is through Miracosta College and a program through the DOR and Uniquely Able. So I have been putting Hunter in contact and Julie in contact. I'm with Carissa Chavez. She is and also Tony Rubino, so that we can get the word out, because they're only looking for 8 in a cohort, 16 total for the rest of the year, so they can keep those grants and funding coming. Right now, we were able to have 3 new students, and those students are doing amazing. And they're already being looked at by other foundations and institutes to be able to pick them up, like Lowe's. They need machine operators. They are looking for skilled workers through some of the other corporations, and they're hiring out of this program, knowing full well that those individuals are, in some instances, high functioning adults with autism or on the spectrum, neurodiverse.
Is there an age?
18 and older.
Okay, so it can be somebody in their 40s.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
adults.
They're all high functioning?
Yes, they have to be able to, work in a setting where they're going to be learning machines and eventually be able to work a 40-hour job. They're training them for a 40-hour a trade and a skill. So yes, and I don't always care for the term high functioning autistic, because I think that describes almost everybody, but they're looking for a specific individual that has a neurodiverse, a population through the neurodiverse community. And they're looking for individuals that can actually do a job 40 hours. And so they're also trying to link them with driver's license and other issues so that they can say, okay, if you take this 16-week training and you do amazing, but you can't get to work, you know, what's going to happen? So some cases, they help them get driver's license and they'll help them get the training. What is it? Driver's ed for that. They'll also help them get down the road vehicles or put them in touch with people who can help them get vehicles. So it's a program where it's not like they just say, take 16 weeks and then we leave. They're really wanting these individuals to be successes. And mainly is because these programs and the trades and these skill sets are desperately needed. And they're finding that our individual children and our families are here and they're savants in some areas. And so we want them to get work. And that's females and not just guys, Tony. Guys and gals. There's a girl in there, or I think it's
Said
a girl.
Tony to Tony.
Yeah, I know. Italian Tonys. So that's my soapbox. I'm going to be putting something together for Julie. Julie, I'm putting you in contact because there's so many people
got
at
the
Villa
email.
Vida that,
I do too.
you know,
We'll put it out.
yes.
Cool.
Yeah. And connect with her. She's amazing. She's amazing.
I sent
And
it to you,
so
Brian.
You needed a high school diploma or?
GED or high school diploma.
Yeah.
Alex, okay. All right. Well, everybody should have gotten an agenda. So we just want to reiterate that there are many social activities in this area that we've all worked really hard to keep going. And there's Special Olympics, and you can look online for that. And then Villa de Vida has social club events that are every week. They have virtual activities and they have get-togethers. I think next weekend is going to be a picnic at Lake Poway.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Tomorrow we're having a picnic at Lake Poway,
Okay.
I think. Are we? I don't
Wait a
know.
minute.
No, it is next Friday.
okay.
It's next Friday.
Because Leslie signed
It's the
Tanya up.
27th,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, yeah.
Something on the 28th.
8th, yeah, I think it's 28.
Oh, it moved. It moved from the 28th to the 27th, you guys.
Okay.
Because they wouldn't allow us to reserve the gazebo
Without
unless
paying
it was
$100.
on Friday. We
You don't have to be a resident at Villa de Vida.
No,
No,
never,
that's
not for any
something
of the social club activities. Yeah, I don't know.
It's-
It started before Villa de Vida was even built. So we started the social club in 2019 and it's just gotten bigger and we do more events now than we ever have because we have a great activities coordinator.
So just email.
Well, you can email the address that's on the agenda, or you can go on the website and there's a calendar and you just scroll down and there it says community. And then it says residents. So we do activities for the residents only, but then we do activities in the community. And so we just wrapped up our classes through the city of Poway. Tonight was our last one, and we're going to start 2 new classes. One is sports and games. So there's 20 spots available. If you're a Poway resident, you can apply for a scholarship. So it only costs, I think, $60 for 10 weeks of participation. And I'm not sure if arts and crafts is the other one. And we have a professional that's leading it. So anyway, yeah, if you have any questions, email that and or go online and contact us.
And then you can look at the agenda for the other activities. There's a social hub of diverse adults. And they came a couple of months ago and sat with us and spoke and about what they do. And then some people meet at the Mira Mesa Bowl. And then there's the Friendship Circle, has many activities. And you can also ask your service coordinator to get the recreational activities paid for. It just does take a little time. So I'm figuring it out right now with my social worker, and they got the email from the lady at the city of Poway, and then they can work out getting it paid through that stuff.
It just takes time.
Yes. And the city is going to have to learn to wait. And so then there's Poway Pass on Facebook. And then if you have any things you need to email us about, that's great. And there is a resource fair coming up put on by the Family San Diego Family Resource Magazine. It's the Flourishing Families. And
What
what?
is that?
Gosh darn, it's coming up in April, and I signed up to host a booth, but I don't know the date yet. It is towards the end of April, and I can let you guys, we can post more information about that.
Through Michelle.
Yes, it's from Flourishing Families, so it should be a lot of fun, a day of activities and
Do you know where it's gonna be?
yes.
Sorry.
Is it a secret?
Yes.
I'll get back to you on that.
That's not through, is that the one through Flourishing Family or not San Diego Family Magazine? Because they had two.
It's Flourishing Families,
Okay,
and
so I know it's not
it's a nice location.
Yeah,
Just
we'll
can't think of it right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, see, I didn't get the back of my agenda.
It is.
Got one
I
side.
I
was
have
looking-
yours.
I got the new magazine yesterday. I was
Oh,
looking-
yes, so Tony, does it say the date in
For
there?
My ad.
I'm looking to see.
Oh.
All right, so you don't have to leave. It's okay. I've got snacks back there. Chat amongst yourselves. Those on Zoom, thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time out. We do love the fact that you are important to us and important to pass. So more details. And again, thank you for Matthew, Sydney, and Tony through Unified Esports for their sponsorships. Appreciate it. And there's information in the back too. So thank you.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
Tony.
night.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks, Tony.
you.
Thank you,
Appreciate you
Julie.
guys. Thanks,
Thank
Sydney.
you. Thank you, Hunter.
Julie, I did, and email this, I can